You're listening to Au Pair Unfiltered, the podcast where culture meets chaos, kids, and coffee. I am your host, Sylvia, bringing you the realest stories from the inside au pair life. No filters, no fluff, just honest conversations, laughs, and lessons along the way. Let's dive in. Hello, bonjour, guten morgen, good morning. Welcome back to Au Pair Unfiltered, where we keep it 100 about au pair life. No filters, no fluff. And if you listen to the first episode, thank you for being here. And if you're new, welcome. You are right on track. Today, I'm taking you back to the very beginning of my journey from home to France. My very first au pair days and the surprises that came with it. Let's get into it. So I came to France last year in January, and let me tell you, that trip, not easy at all. It was actually my first time flying. I had butterflies, excitement, fear, all of it. My first flight, I didn't eat anything because I had some strong headache. I took my trip like in the evening, where I had traveled the previous night coming to where I had to take my flight, because obviously I stayed far away from where the airport is. So I also had to get in early, check in and all that. So my first flight wasn't so exciting. I had an headache. I felt so awkward, like I just didn't enjoy it. Well, the second one was good because it was after my layover in Dubai, where I was comfortable, I was okay, I felt nice. And now it turned on me that, wow, you've left home. You're now miles away from home. I took my nap, I rested, and it was okay. The following day in the morning at 8, I took my flight now to Lyon, France. I was excited because obviously I was coming to France, the city of love. No, the country of love. Paris, the city of love, yes, but you know it all. It is believed that French people love so much. French people are lovers. So, as it is said, I can't attest to it yet. Okay, let me not spoil it. So my flight, the second flight was okay. It was nice. It was good because I ate, I slept, and I enjoyed it. So it was fine. Arriving in France, in Lyon, I had to wait for my host family for 3 hours. Yes, 3 hours. So they had told me they were busy and they were at work, so they couldn't take me immediately I landed. So I had to wait for them for 3 hours. It was okay because desperation, eager, and all that. So you didn't mind. It was okay. So they came, picked me around, I think 5 in the evening. 3 in the evening. Then we had to travel 2 hours. 2 hours, around 30 minutes. So it's like 3 hours, let's say, to their place. So arriving there, it was around 5-6. The kids were nice. They welcomed me very well. There were 4 kids. Yes, 4 kids. 2 girls, 2 boys. Of course, it was not a shock because I knew that before I came. They were nice. They invited me so well. They showed me the bathroom and all that. I took my shower. My first shock, they told me, sorry, your bedroom is not ready. Yeah. I know, right? So they were like, we're just going to fix you a bed here. You're going to sleep here for the time being as we arrange. Mark you, I haven't slept well for the past 3 days because I've been traveling. So I felt like, oh my God, what is not happening? What is this? But okay, who are we? I just took in and slept where I was shown to sleep. And that was it. Took my supper, took dinner with them, of course. Then went to sleep. The following day, woke up early. They were going to work, obviously, so I didn't know what to do because obviously yesterday when I arrived, things were just here and there. Kids were all over, the parents were also all over and all that. The good thing was the kids were going to school, so the parents took them the first day, so I did nothing. So the dad came back early that day. I don't know if it was planned or that day was just his day off. So he came back early, told me, okay, now we're going with you to school and check where the schools are and everything. So it was walking distance, like five minutes, so it was not that far. They showed me the school and everything. It was nice, it was okay. Language barrier, the good thing, the father was speaking French, so it didn't feel, was speaking English, sorry, so it didn't feel awkward or so lonely, though I used to strain because obviously I talked more with the mother, so it was kind of a hiccup. But we are in this, we are not feeling bad, we're not regretting, we are on board till the end. Time goes by, so things started unfolding. So during the first week I didn't do much because I was still not aware of many things. I didn't do much as was needed, maybe. Okay, I'm one person I would love you to tell me, like, if you expect me to do something, tell me. There's some things obviously it's normal, I will do them and I will not ask, or you won't ask me to do. But if there's something extra you want me to do, just tell me. So the first week I didn't do much. I just did the necessary, that it was normal for me and what I was told when I came in. So it was okay. Now the first week, now where I was starting now my fully, like, doing everything. My first shock was, the first kid was 14 years old. So my first shock was I was supposed to take this 14-year-old also to take her bus. And I was like, okay, it's a shock for me because where I come from, kids from 8 years go to school by themselves, take buses by themselves, walk to school by themselves and all that. So it was for me a shock to take this 14-year-old girl to a bus stop which was 6 minutes away. So I used to wake up at 6 a.m., wake her up, wait for her to prepare, finish, then take her to the bus stop, then wait for the bus to come, let her get in, then me, I come back and wait for some minutes, wake the rest of the kids, prepare them, then drop them to school. It was something, yes, I was coming to do for the rest of the kids, but for this 14-year-old, it wasn't in plan. So that is my first shock or reality check, which I didn't know, or it wasn't in the agreement. So I took it like it wasn't okay for me. Maybe you will listen to this and say, nah, that is just a simple thing. Why are you feeling bad? For me, it feels bad because where I come from, 8-year-old kids take themselves to school. Yeah. So it's normal for you, maybe, as my listener. But for me, I felt like, no. But it's okay. I did it, so yeah. It cruised well. So my challenge was language, of course, because I came here while my French was typically at the bonjour, merci, and c'est quoi level. Yeah, so it was only the pourquoi, oui, comment ça va, and nothing much. These days come, I'm supposed to use, I'm sure this was the part you're waiting for. I'm supposed to make a coffee, and now the coffee machine is there. I don't know how to make a coffee with this coffee machine. I'm innocent in the way that where I was brought, yes, in my country there are coffee machines yet, but I didn't encounter coffee machine growing up because it was normal for us just to make coffee normally. Put hot water, then put the coffee inside, full stop, no using the coffee machine. So this was a new thing, which it was challenging, it was embarrassing, and let me tell you, I clicked it on and the coffee was just coming out. I don't know, should I remove it from the socket? Should I put on a basin or for it to because now the cup was full and it was still pouring. I don't know how to stop it. I don't know what to do. I don't know, to scream, to shout, to call for help, or to unplug it from the socket. I don't know what to do. The good thing, the dad came, just laughed and told me, wow, just wow. He didn't say anything. He just said wow and yeah, helped me clean it out. It was my first embarrassment, by the way. I felt like I'm in a strange place where it's not in a bad way, yeah, just a strange place. Like, okay, things are unfolding now in a way that I didn't expect them to be embarrassing, but yeah, it was okay. Now here I am. I am supposed to enroll to language school, as it's all known. All au pairs are supposed to enroll in language school. All au pairs are supposed to be paid for the Navigo if you're in Paris, or any bus pass or train passes and all that. I was in a village where there were not so much trains and buses, so I didn't get the buses or the trains per se, because they say you're not going anywhere, so why should you need this? Now I'm in a place where now I'm supposed to go for classes, for French classes, and here's the thing: sorry, we can't pay for the classes. Wow, just wow. As we talked on our interview, when I was back home, everything was set. Everything is going to be done. Now I am here, things are changing. I can't get my pass. I can't get my classes. Then what? I took it in like, okay, being so naive, being so innocent, not knowing so many things, and being in a village where there are not so many au pairs around you, there are not so many people around you. I didn't even feel like it is something of a hitch or something that is going to be effectful to me at some point. So I was just like, okay, fine. 1 month passes, now we're in February, and not even 1 month, I think it was 2 weeks. Now February comes in. I'm supposed to receive my pay, and they're like, okay, girl, we are going to have some delays because we're having some financial problems. I'm like, whoa, what? Fine, okay. But don't worry, we're going to pay you. And don't worry, we're going to add some little things on top, okay? I'm like, okay, if you're going to add some things on top, then why not? So I let it be. Then, because I used to struggle with French so much, and when I talked, they used to sometimes laugh. Most of the kids, I can say they're innocent, but at some point I felt like they're not innocent so much. So they used to laugh and they used to compare, because I don't know, their previous au pair or something, or it was a nanny, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I think it was an au pair. They were like, this girl stayed here and she was learning, like she learned French quickly. Why can't you also just grasp the French without going to school? She stayed with us for some time, and she really went on quick. And I was like, hey, it was not the agreement. Why are you trying to force me to learn it without you guys paying for it? But yeah, that's how it was. So for me, these things unfolding, these are now the shocks I'm receiving. These are now the culture. Okay, the culture shock that came part for me, it was the food. This family were not just French people. Okay, the kids were French because they were born in France, they speak French, but the parents were not French. I was fortunate, let me just face fortunate. It will not just start talking. Okay, so I was fortunate to have this family, which they were my immigrants or what, because they came in France maybe years back or something. They were Algerians, yeah, so they were Muslims. As you all know, March is the month of Ramadan, so they were fasting. And wow, so of course, if they're fasting, it means there is no food in the house from morning to evening until people are opening up. I'm a Christian. I've never fasted. So you know the drill, right? Yeah, so that's how it was, because obviously the kids were going to school, and I'm not a morning person. I'm somebody who will eat past 10, and mostly it's always 11. Always. Like everybody who knows me, anybody who knows me, I don't take breakfast. If I take breakfast, I'm going to take it at 11. Yeah. So for me, it's always 11 going onwards, and obviously I'm going to take something more heavy, either food or something. So when they are eating in the morning, I won't be there. I won't eat because it's not for me. Even though it's a cultural exchange, I'm supposed to learn things. I'm supposed to to adapt to things, but there's some things which obviously you as a person, you can't just drop them to fit in. You just have to live. So for me, I just lived. So because they wake up in the morning, eat what they ate at 3, I think. So I can imagine myself waking up at 3 just to eat, then sleep. I was like, let it be. So yeah, I went through that for that month, and April holidays comes. They're like, hey girl, we're supposed to go to Algeria, so we're going to take your passport, you're going to apply for your visa, and you're going. And I was like, wow, okay, it's a holiday. So the fun part was that they were going to use how do we call them? Should I call them? Okay, they were going to via the sea. I don't know. Should I say big boat, because the name has just disappeared from my head. So okay, I didn't have the time to think about it. I didn't have the time to think about this decision well. So I just gave them my passport first before anything else, because I didn't want the etc and so I gave them the passport. So that now I started thinking about it. I'm supposed to be in France. My visa saying I'm supposed to be an au pair in France. Now I'm going to Algeria, which of course I'm not supposed to be there. I'm going as a visitor. This is just my personal, for my personal reasons, not like I saw red flags or something. No, I just felt like, what if I go there and something happens? What if I go there, I'm not supposed to work extra? What if I go there and I don't know, what will I do? Because my contract is it's a French contract. I'm protected with the French laws, not Algerian laws. So things happened. I decided to tell them, hey, I'm going to stop, and I want to be going with you. Wow, now these things stand. And they were like, what do you mean? You already have the visa. Here is it. We have already paid for it. So what they did, they were like, it was an argument. They were like, no, you're going to cut your money. We're not going to give you your money because you played us, you manipulated us to being. And I was like, hey, you guys told me you were going, but you didn't give me the time to choose if I'm going or not. It was my decision to go with you or not, and I've said I'm not going. So why is it a fuss? Why is it a problem? Like, it's just a thing. I'm not going with you people because I feel like I don't want to go. And to cut the long story short, because I can't go obviously into every detail about it, but I left the same day they were going to Algeria. The same day I also left. So we went different ways. I went right. I went right. They went left, and I left that family after 4 months. My first family. So after leaving, I joined another family, and that's how my story was the beginning. So here is me trying to give out the shocks, trying to give out the cultures, like the cultural exchange part, that this is a new culture I'm supposed to absorb, but I didn't got in fast with the French family. So it was kind of difficult to get in. It was kind of difficult to absorb things, and the way I was even welcomed the first day, it was a shock to me. So that's why it's unfiltered. I'm trying to say how it's unfiltered. Like, these things are not said. These things, nobody will tell you as a person who is aspiring to be an au pair. Nobody will tell you how it is, or whatever you're going to see or feel or encounter there, how it's gonna be. So it's not always roses and flowers the way it's usually projected on the video calls, on the FaceTimes, all that interview you're having. Always. So looking back, I will say always prepare mentally for the unexpected. Like, just prepare yourself, because you're going to meet people you don't know, families you have never met. Like, it's a different regime of people. Don't assume everything will be perfect, even when families seem organized. Trust me, don't assume everything will be perfect, even if families seem organized. Then bring snacks, water, and patience for travel days, because you'll need it. For me, I was assuming like I'll be okay, because the first you can't bring them. It depends also. You can't bring them on the flight, but have maybe, I don't know, should I say have cash or what? It depends. For that one, it depends. I can't really talk much about that. But for me, the first flight messed me. I didn't eat. Then I had a layover of 8 hours. I didn't have money, so it messed me up. Which I wished I carried the money I was being given back home. I was like, no, I'm going to use euros. Why are you giving me cash? Kenyan shillings? Like what? Nah, I don't need that. Yeah. So yeah. And most importantly, be open. Even when you're tired and things go left, kindness and communication go a long way. Because I believe if maybe I had some attitude or maybe didn't feel right on the first day when they told me my bed is not ready and acted awkwardly, because I know myself. Even you are listening this, if you know me, you know I couldn't take the first thing they told me that my bed is not ready. But I just humbled up because you are 100, 1,000, a million miles away from anybody that you know. So chill. So yeah. So it wasn't an experience I was expecting. It wasn't an experience I was looking forward to, coming to a new space. And being that I didn't know much about this au pair experience when I was back even at home, it gave me a different look of au pair. It changed my life. I can't tell you that there is no good people who came and felt nice the first time. They are there. But for me, the first family changed my entire perspective of au pairing, my entire view of au pairing. I haven't broken down the full story, the full things and everything that happened, but I just wanted to give you the view and the show of what some au pairs go through and what the real au pair life is. You might be having that video call every day with the host family. They're giving you the hopes, they're giving you the flowers, they're selling you roses. But when you arrive here, oh my God, all that glitters. You know the answer. So that is it. So my first days was like that. It wasn't a flow, and I could say it changed my entire thing, my entire view of au pair as a journey. As I cut my story short, I ended up my first contract, and so they never paid me all the money, and they had even promised they're going to give me extra. So I faced it all. My current situation is okay. I'm completing my au pair journey, and I can brag and say I can speak and understand French way better than I was when I first came. But I will share the rest of my story, maybe as a bonus episode as we finish the series. That's all for today's episode. Finally, if you have gone through something similar, I'd love to hear from you. DM me, share your first week experience, or drop your thoughts wherever you're listening from. I believe au pair is a worldwide experience. In our next episode, we'll be listening to a story of a stranger who I met, shared with me her experience, how she came, met her family, and how it went down. You won't want to miss this one. Thank you for joining. Thanks for tuning in to Au Pair Unfiltered. If today's episode made you laugh, think, or feel a little more seen, share it with your friend, a fellow au pair, or anybody you feel like. Don't forget to follow the show and join the conversation on YouTube. Until next time, stay real, stay curious, and stay unfiltered.